Find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions in cos of x is equal to minus half x lying in third quadrant. So this is a set of questions wherein we have one trigonometric ratios in a particular quadrant and we have to figure out the other. For this we need to know the fact that all students take coffee. That is, in the first quadrant we have all the trigonometric ratio to be positive. In the second it is sine and cosec. Third it is tan and cot. Fourth it is cos and sec. And also Pythagorean triplets has to be known, it will help. Now to answer this particular question, I'm going to start off with given cos of x is equal to minus half x in third quadrant. So we have the very first thing is cos of x is equal to minus half, right? See, half is something that we know, that is we have this value, right? Half for cos of 60 is half. Now we are talking about what quadrant? Third quadrant. So we are talking about 0 into 90, 1 into 90, 2 into 90 and 3 into 90. So we are talking about third quadrant. So basically it is 2 into 90 plus some angle. So this I can rewrite this as minus half as cos 2 into 90 plus 60, right? Since it's 2, so cos of any even multiple of 90 will give us cos itself and plus 60 and all of that. So cos of 60 will be minus half, right? So all of this put together, x is equal to, this implies x is equal to 2 into 90 plus 60. So with this in mind, everything else will fall in place. So we are talking about sine of x is minus root 3 by 2. Then cosec x is minus 2 by root 3. Next is tan of x, which is plus in this case, and tan 60 is root 3, while cot of x will be minus 1 by root 3, sorry, plus 1 by root 3. And the one which is missing is secant x, and this would be minus 2. That's it, right? So this is how we can figure out. So here this value is 3 by 5. We don't have such values which we have memorized. So we have to make use of Pythagorean triplets. So the value is 4. Of course, how do you write it and show it? That's left to you guys. It's no rule that you have to follow my own method. Whatever method I'm showing over here, you can follow your method. So this is for me, it's like showing you guys different ways. So the other way around, how can you get this answer? So sine x is 5 by x, x in second quadrant. So I'm using formulas and ratios and everything to figure out stuff. So first I start off with this, which is 1 by sine, which is 5 by 3. Okay. Then I'm making use of formula to figure out cos of x, which is equal to, what is cos of x? Cos of x is square root of 1 minus sine square x, right? So I'm trying to figure this out in terms of magnitude, that is, so this will be 4 by 3. Sorry, 4 by 5, right? I know this because they are Pythagorean triplets and all of that. When we calculate this, I'll get 4 by 5. Therefore, what do you end up with? Therefore, cos of x, since we are talking about second quadrant, it will be minus 4 by 5. Remember, this is equal in terms of magnitude. In terms of coordinate, it will be negative. And with this, I can write secant x, which is minus 5 by 4, as this is 1 by cos x. Again, try to establish the relationship first or write it on the side, doesn't matter, but this is the valid way of answering something. And next is your tan x, which is sin x by cos x, and directly you can write the answer 3 by 5, or that is 3 by 4. And so we have cot of x, which is 1 by tan x, which is 4 by 3. Since it's second quadrant, all of this will be negative, negative, and negative, correct, right? That's how you figure it out. Now, so that's simple. When it comes to cot, so 3, 4, and obviously the fifth one is not the fifth one, the third value is hypotenuse, which is 5, right? So we have been given cot of x is equal to 3 by 4. So x in third quadrant. And so we have cot and tan to be positive. So tan of x is equal to 4 by 3, as this is 1 by cot x. Right? And now the challenge starts. So next thing is secant x, which is 1 plus cot square x root, sorry, tan, not cot, tan square x root of this. So on calculation I'll get 5 by 3, right, 5 by 3, yeah, 3 4 5 5 by 3 is what I'll get. Since we are talking about here just a formula, the magnitude is what we figured out. So therefore secant x is equal to minus 5 by 3, since we are talking about third quadrant. And with this I'll be able to find cos of x, which is 1 by secant x. So this will be minus 3 by 5. So with this I'll be able to figure out what? With this I'll be able to figure out sine of x, which is square root of 1 plus cos square x. Again, you guys can do it in many ways. I'm just showing it in my own way. 4 by 5, and so sine of x is actually minus 4 by 5. And with this information I can write cosecant x, which is 1 by sine x, as minus 5 by 4. And we are done with this question, right? Yeah. Next, secant x. So once we know secant x, everything else is quite simple. In fourth quadrant, so we have been given secant x is equal to 13 by 5, x in fourth quadrant. So what else can we write from this? Cos x, which is 1 by secant x, is equal to 5 by 13 in fourth quadrant, so it is positive. And now we have sin x and all of that, so we can figure this out using our identity. So if you are familiar with the Pythagorean triplets 5, 13 and 12, let me just verify. 5, 13 and 12, so other side is 12. So you guys need not calculate, you can just write, no substitution, nothing, you have that luxury. So this will be 12 by 13. So therefore sin x is actually minus 12 by 13. And this is cosecant x minus, not minus, sorry, first I'll write minus, not minus, 1 by sin x. So this will be minus 13 by 12, and then we have tan x, which is sin x by cos x. So which is directly, I'll write it, so minus 12 by 5, and so cot x is 1 by tan x, and so minus 5 by 12. Okay guys, and at last we have a similar value over here. It's minus 5 by 12, and this is 3 by 5, and so on and so forth. So the other value is 13, right? So the hypotenuse over here is 13. So again, how do you calculate and show it? It's all about presentation. If not, it's not a hard question actually. As an MCQ question, you need not think so much. X in second quadrant. Now, very first thing that we can tell for sure is cot x, which is 1 by tan x, which is minus 12 by 5. Then what do we have? We have what else can we figure out? Okay, same set of calculation. Secant x is, or no, yeah, secant x, I can find secant x, which is 1 plus tan square x, root of that. So this is in terms of magnitude. terms of magnitude. So this will be how much? So the answer will be and that is 13 by 12. 13 by 12. Okay, that makes sense. This is 13 by 12, and then we have, oh no, I'm not yet completed. Therefore secant x, we're talking about second quadrant, so this is minus 13 by 12. And so we have cos x, which is minus, not minus, first I have to write this, and so this is minus 12 by 13, and at last we have sin x, which is in terms of magnitude square root of 1 minus cos square x. So this will be how much? 5 by 13, right? Yeah, makes sense. And in terms of value also, it is 5 by 13 itself in terms of coordinate, because we are talking about second quadrant. And at last we have cos of x, not cos of, cosec x, which is 1 by sin x. So this is 13 by 5. And these are your set of answers. Again, you can calculate in many ways, but I showed you my way so as to revise all the concept and the relationship rather than using your Pythagorean triplets and directly Pythagorean theorem and all of that. Okay, so try to learn this way, it's going to help.